Okay, so I have a couple to cover, so I'm gonna do one by one and we'll see what they are. So first one is Back Pew. I'm really covering them now because they were able to expand commercially. It's very difficult for any brewery that's starting off to expand commercially, to get people, to pay people to get that beer exposed in the hopes they might like it is more costly. On average, on your beer, you get 30%. And honestly, any restaurant, it's usually 30%, except for the nicer ones. But the more nicer things you put in, the more you can ask for, but it's very hard on certain aspects and level. They really want you to have fun, have a good time, enjoy yourself. They don't want to feel snooty half the time. Some do, some don't, but the ones that have been around longer are able to make that decision. Back Pew are just able to just say, hey, have a good time, enjoy our beer. So this is a dry hopped wheat ale, 5.5% alcohol by volume, 22 IBUs. So this is basically Blue Moon, Hefeweizen, whatever you want to call it. It has that aspect with some hops in it. So there's hops in everything. It's just, this is very abundant and it's gonna stand out. So starting off, you're gonna get the flavor, which is usually cloudy, which you might call hazy. And definitely, this one's looking pretty good on my side. Looks lighter on the camera. A lot more maltiness going on. That's how you got the foam and the bubbles. It's gonna be more body, a little thicker. So it has almost like a sour tang to it. Like the malt's present, but it's very light and it has more of the acidity surfacing. So if you're a wheat beer person and not a hoppy beer person, this may not be the one for you. So you'll get the fullness, you'll get the slight sweetness, but you're gonna get acidity and hoppy notes that take you into more pale ale and more IPAs, basically. So yeah, has a very citrus, lemony kind of wave, and then you get that little bit of the wheat at the end. So it makes it feel lighter than a wheat beer because of the acidic notes and the citrus notes. It makes it more vibrant, but it still has the same body as you would get from a good feeling Hefeweizen or Wit beer or white wheat beer, period. So wheat is Wit, Wit is Hefeweizen. It's all similar on the plane. They have their distinctions depending where they came from, but because of these beautiful sour and acidic and hoppy notes, it's not going to kill your taste buds like a pale ale or an IPA, but it definitely turns that deep medium body, which sits very fulfilling and makes you full, but it just makes you feel lighter on your tongue. So that's the best way I can describe it. Hopefully this is something you're looking at, but honestly, like Back Pew has made they make good bocks. They did a bock and a few other ones, a black ale and all that stuff. Like that's what they started really commercializing with. So this is a very distinct direction that they're going with. So hopefully this is something you're looking at. Mutton Buckin. So mutton is basically sheep, and Bustin, obviously they're resting on the can. So that's cute. And dry hopped wheat ale, 12 fluid ounces, 5.5 alcohol by volume. So mutton is a lamb that has grown past a year, which makes it a sheep. So if you ever have veal, veal is under a year. No, that's cow. What is it? Venison? Not venison.
Venison is deer.
Venison's deer.
Veal is cow.
Cow. And
Mutton is lamb.
mutton is lamb, but what's one that's under?
Oh no.
Veal chops. I don't know. Anyways, just because I'm on camera, confused. Well, the point is, Irish sheep more mutton. They have lamb. Lamb is a year under, so that's what it is, just lamb. Lamb means a baby sheep. So that's how you know. Mutton has a very bitter, earthy, gamey flavor. And so this is not representing that, it's just, that's what they're calling it because it's very bold, which I understand mutton is very bold, so I can get the concept. And it's busting, so it means you're wrestling with that. But overall, this is a good beer. You don't have to worry because all beer is usually vegan, even Guinness, yeah. So pretty much every beer is vegan, just FYI, just so happens to be that way. Hopefully it's something that's informative that can help you out and you can choose to enjoy it. I thought it was great. I would get it again, but don't get me wrong, I would rather get, when I want a Hefeweizen or Wit beer, I want that citrusy lightness and the heavy body to stand out more. But overall, this has more flavor. If you're just like, I need something more, they have it. So do be safe, be careful. Has a good ABV, but it's new in Back Pew. They're a great brewery. Check them out. Hopefully you get to see them soon, but you have a good night.